Making a live video right now because I don't have a lot of memory on my phone. Gotta clear it out again. And I wanted to make a video right now talking about the political realm and all the stuff that the Trump administration is doing and everybody's feelings about it right now. Because I know that people are like very scared about the future of our country as far as the financial aspect, the resource aspect. And I know it's scary um, to think, that we might have to face a rise in prices in this or that, or a lack of resources in this or that. But I'm gonna be brutally honest. To me, I would gladly give up eggs. I would gladly give up even my vehicle if it went down to that. If it meant that Trump is gonna stop all the fucking cartel violence that has seeped over through our border and that continues to plague Mexico to this day. Because that to me has been one of the biggest issues that has been bothering me internally for the past decade. Since I started activism when I first got into it about a decade ago, and I started coming across experiences where people were being threatened. Leaders of movements that really had nothing to do really of challenging any kind of criminal activity in that realm, or maybe it was. Maybe that's why they were being threatened. But me as well. I've had what I feel was an attempt on my life by somebody that's part of that, but that I believed, and I still believe to this day, was part of that world in some sense and was trying to stop us or shut us up. Um, it's something that's bothered me. Because when you're living in that kind of a world where you're trying to make a change, where you're trying to bring about something positive for the future, for your children and their children, because you see that the future that you're leaving behind is going to be detrimental to their upbringing. It's going to be detrimental to their life. You just, me anyways, personally, I can't just live my life every day knowing that and just leave that world for them, you know knowing that I'm gonna leave that world for them. It's I don't understand how people can do that. And I couldn't do it, so I did, what I could to fight that in my personal life with the resources that I had, with the time that I had. Which at the time was a lot of time because I wasn't working and that was my main focus. Well, I wasn't working like a regular job. I was just making money doing odd jobs here and there, but that was my goal. And after coming across those events where I felt like my life was threatened, or attempted a life my life was attempted to be taken by somebody, and then explaining that to my family and feeling that fear internally, and knowing that nobody was going to be fighting next to me, you know that I was on my own essentially. It very, very disheartening. Very, very, it's a horrible feeling. So I'm willing to give up eggs for a year or 10 years even, or walking or using a bike if I had to, if it means that the cartels and all that underground corruption, that world is going to be finally taken out, that's going to be finally handled by somebody that's willing to go up against them, that has the power, that has the resources, that's going to be able to do it. And so even though Trump is making these weird, questionable decisions that might affect our overall financial circumstances, I'm still gonna support him 100%, like without a doubt. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna stop supporting it as long as he continues to bring people across the border, like Z40, the leader of the Zetas that murdered a whole fucking town of people in Mexico, like literally a whole fucking town. They shut it down and they fucking killed like everybody who they felt like, and they just continue to like live over there like that. That's the reality that they live in. That's the reality that our children would have been left with had this continued, without anybody stopping it. And I'm not okay with that. I'm not. And I'm willing to lay down my life for that. And I was at a certain point, but I got a little bit smarter about it and decided to wait until I have more power and resources to keep going that route, because it's not a fucking route that's easy, and it's not a route that that you can handle on your own. Really, you can't. You just can't. You need a team. You need a whole army, and that's what we have now with Trump. And I'm glad about that. And I'm gonna keep supporting him 100%. I'm gonna keep waving my American flag and saying that Trump is the best president of the United States of America that we have ever fucking had, without a doubt.